All right, hello everybody. Dr. Gloria Pope here with Black Girl Everything. Thank you for tuning in today for this Lunch and Learn. We're really excited to talk about something that's so important to our community, collaboration. So I have some beautiful women here with me today to kind of share their story and how we have actually learned to work together as a collective and how it's advanced our actual careers and our businesses and honestly just our lives. So I'm going to start right here with you. Please introduce yourself.
Hello everybody, I am Vanessa Moore, author, self-published author, editor, writing coach, and in the real world, I'm a teacher.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Because you definitely are an educator, which is incredible. So we have next right here.
Hi everybody, I'm Jamie of Jld Lifestyle. That's actually my baby. I do Jld Lifestyle by day and night, but really by day, I'm an operations manager for a radiology company. And I'm happy to be here. So hi everybody.
Very good, very good. And you at the end.
Hello everyone, my name is Goring. I am the owner and curator of Bronx Poetry, the CEO and owner of Canvas Culture LLC, and by day I am a Bronx advocate for District 14.
Y'all fancy? Y'all fancy. So there's a little bit about, so there'll be a lot of new viewers who actually don't know the Dr. Glow brand.
Yeah.
So just a little bit about me just in general. So my name is Dr. Glow. I'm based here in Mount Vernon, New York. I do a lot of different things, so I'm going to start from my day and kind of work through the time. So during the day in the morning, I'm actually executive director of Collin Island Child Development Center because early childhood is the base of who I am as an educator. Then some evenings I actually spend time in the Bronx at Destination Tomorrow because I'm the director of educational enrichment at Destination Tomorrow. I'm a published author. She edited my book, by the way. And also I'm the owner of Black Girl Everything LLC, where I promote Black women-owned businesses. For those of you who's coming out to the actual event during the 17th and 19th, I'll be there Saturday on the 18th, talking about my business and my products. In addition to that, I'm also the CEO of Unified Life Consulting, where I do a lot of my consulting work as a life coach, business coach, and family coach, and also helping people open up childcare centers. And then lastly, my new baby is a Daisy Dream Project, where I'm the founder and CEO of a nonprofit that focuses on children with differing abilities. So that's me, the whole Dr. Glow brand, and it's probably going to expand. So catch me next year, you're going to find new things added onto there, like literally. So I wanted to start off with the first question for you guys to talk about what do you think the word collective means to you?
Collective, I feel like it comes like second to family, but collective is where, you know, in a family you have, you know, relations, mother, father, sister, brother, whatever, right? I feel like in a collective, it's similar where everybody has a role and everybody relies on those roles and everybody can, rely on each other for the role that they play in the collective.
Interesting. Chanel?
I think it's a meeting of minds where people can all have like their own contribution to one unified goal and be able to work together to make that one goal together.
Okay, Jamie?
A collective to me is the coming together of a group, you know, a specific group of people, you know, with the same, you know, goal in mind.
Yeah, definitely. So Shamiz, I heard that you started off with you relating.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I gave you her government. Vanessa Moore. I shall apologize on camera. Vanessa Moore. See, I know her in real life. So Vanessa Moore here, because this is who we are. Vanessa Moore. You mentioned the idea of family. Right? So for me, collective is very much like family. It's a team, and you have to work together, and we pull each other up. So where in your life, when you were growing up, do you think that you've had experiences of a collective, or you think you could have used an experience of a collective?
I got a lot of siblings, so that's it right there. It's, you know, well, if you sweep the floor for me, you know, then I'll go ahead and do the, you know, exchange these chores, or on that, you know, don't tell mommy. If you tell her this, then I gotta tell her this, or I'll cover for you. A good one me and my brother used to do all the time was I would come home at curfew time and say, I can't find him. I don't know where he and go, and I knew exactly where he was. And I would go to where he was, say, I couldn't find you, and we'd stay out like another hour. Come home together like, I found him. Here he goes. So that's like, and we're a little bit less than 2 years apart, so that's how we really like work together, like to be able to do whatever we want to do.
So when you was growing up, we all learned how to collaborate in certain experiences, right? So Chanel, were there opportunities in your life where you had people where you was able to collaborate, or do you feel that was something that was missing when you were growing up?
You know, honestly, I grew up by myself, right? I have siblings, but I grew up mainly by myself. And you know, I had this ideology like, oh my God, if I need something done, I'm gonna do it myself, and that's it. Like, I'm gonna just do it myself. And then I realized when I started developing Bronx poetry, I'm like, hold on, you cannot do this all by yourself. You need to share responsibilities and I'm saying not give total power, because I would never do that. But okay. But you know, I would open up, you know, the opportunity for other people to help me promote events. So I help, you know, have people suggest bookings or like suggest people to me, or be able to make a flyer for me, or you know, whatever. So when I literally started Bronx Poetry, I really realized like, okay, after year 2, I was like, okay, I need help, and help is okay. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of help, you know.
Yeah, definitely. So Jamie, as you were one of the newer businesses upon this crew, right? Yeah. Who has escalated exponentially in the last year, right? It's been amazing. So how have you felt as you were growing? Did you grow up in a space of having collaboration all the time?
Like Miss Moore just said, I grew up in a big family as well. I have, you know, siblings, I have cousins. My mother took in the strays, took care of everybody. Vanessa Moore, she was always at my house. So I grew up in a family and in a home where we all had no choice but to work together.
Yeah.
And Black mothers didn't play that. So the whole family did everything together. Yep. And, you know, really, even though I had my family, I am still very much a person that gets things done on my own. And I think even starting the business, you know, collaborating with you guys and, you know, listen, Dr. Pope, we had one conversation and I said, yeah, I need to start my LLC. And she goes, yeah, you got to get on that. And literally, I feel like 2 days later, I just had everything up and running.
Literally, it was like 48 hours.
I know, and it was just like, oh yeah, I got the LLC going. Everything's fine. But I think that, you know, coming into this by myself, I realized very quickly that you can't do things by yourself. And it's important that you create those relationships with the people around you, because what you don't know, someone else will know. And you know, you go off from that, you know?
Oh yeah, definitely. And it was literally 48 hours. I remember I was doing like Instacart randomly one day, and I was just like talking to you, like, okay, I'm gonna do this, oh, that's gonna be so great. And then she's like, yeah, Saturday, I did it. Okay.
Very true.
Thank you.
Listen, I move, you know,
You
like,
do.
if I say I'm gonna do something, it's like 1, 2, 3, my mind is already made up, and I jump on it, so, you know.
Yeah, that sense of urgency. The sense of urgency is just so important with everything that you do. So now, as we all realize, we're actually the CEOs of all of our businesses, right? So within that, being in charge, sometimes we are faced with that, I'm going to do it all, right? And it's important that we learn how to tag people in as needed. So as a leader, and for other people who are CEOs of their organizations, what are some tips on how they can relinquish or release some of that power and how meaningful that is to their business?
Be real with yourself about your strengths and your weaknesses. If you don't know, you don't know, and that's okay. There's somebody that knows, and look for those people. And look, you know, everybody doesn't have a collective the way, you know, we do and what you developed. But these collectives do exist. Like this is Black Girl Everything right here, but there's other ones. And you can reach out, like, you know, Facebook groups, and what else do people, for now I just know Facebook groups comes to mind, but use those. Look at the topic, okay, listen, I need somebody to do these Facebook ads. I don't know how to do this.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not savvy with that. I don't know how to do, you know, listen, collaboration happens all the time amongst us. As Dr. Glow mentioned in the beginning, I edited her book, and I also coached her through her writing. So it's just, Glow's a storyteller, not necessarily a writer, so Glow's like,
Now.
tap, I need this. This is not me, you know, so I need the help. So just, you know, wherever you can reach out, and be okay with that. Like, it's okay to look yourself in the mirror, take a moment with yourself. Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, I think it's important, like you said, to know your strengths and know what you're able to do. Just like Dr. Glow, I enlist Vanessa Moore for practically everything. She is my ear every single day, and it may not be something that she necessarily knows, but she can give me some ideas. You know, like, I'm not a writer. I can't write bios and things like that. I know how I want it to sound. I know, you know, what I want people to read, but I know that my sister right here is a writer. Sis, I need a bio done. Please have that done for me. You know, if things are, you know, a little crazy, I'm calling Dr. Pope. Listen, I need your advice about something.
Yes.
You got a couple of minutes that I can run something by you? I think it's important, really, you know, to know your circle and really be open to the people that are around you. A lot of times I go to different events, right? Because we do the pop-ups, and I realize that there are people sitting down, not talking, you know, and not being really personable and approachable. You know, it's important that you get to know the people that are sitting right next to you, because that person can be, you know, so much, you know, for you and to you. You know, they can provide you with so much information. And you know, I just, you know, growing your circle, you know, I just want you guys to know that, you know, I just want to say that it's very important.
It is very important. I agree with you, and it's funny because I can just piggyback up on what she said with Dr. Glow and with Vanessa Moore. Literally, listen, you've written for my show. Okay, she literally helped me write my wedding vows. Okay, so you know, just knowing when to reach out. And then with Dr. Glow, like, literally, I was having issues with work because I work for city council, and I was just like having a moment of not feeling as myself, like feeling powerful. Like, I felt like I was like vulnerable, and literally Dr. Glow was like, just be who you are. It's something like, you sent me like a sentence with like 3 words, and I was just like, oh, yes! Like, I was just like, that's what I needed! That's what I needed! So, but yeah, so with that said, you know, also just knowing who is good for what, right? So, and then let's just, you know, be realistic. Like she said, know your strengths, know other people's strengths, and don't be afraid to take chances, and always be prepared. If sometimes you trust someone not to do something, you gotta jump in and do it, you know, do what you have to do. But just be able to be open and receptive to help. You have to be, you know, have that kind of opening type of, you know, personality, so where people could want to help you. And then also it works hand in hand, you know, like you have to be able to offer your skills to someone else for them to offer their skills to you. So, you know, it's not a one-sided thing. It's definitely a communal type of interaction that you have to be open to.
First off, y'all are all brilliant. All of you, because you all, I'm sitting here, my brain is going into my next question, and I'm just like, I want to talk about that, I want to talk about that. So I'm going to dissect through what everybody said within that space. But one of my key things is about who's in your circle, right? So I find that when individuals are not focused on who's around them and they're wondering why they're failing, it's not necessarily you. It might be the individuals within your space who are draining your energy. So with people with their circles, how do you think it's important to navigate through losing people along the way?
I'll start. Okay. So
I'm glad you took that one, because
I'll start. I think that it's important for you as an individual to understand and know when you have changed. You know, we all go through changes in life, and sometimes it's hard to accept those changes and accept everything that comes with them, because with that will come, you know, changes in relationships, really personal changes, physical changes, everything, you know, comes together, and it's just life, you know, like, what are you going to do? We're going to grow, right? So we want to grow. And sometimes you have to leave those people behind.
Yeah.
And understand that it's nothing negative about it. It's just that you're at a different space in your life. And I think that as in our ages, you know, like we're late 30s, we're going into 40s, right? We go through different stages of friendships, different stages of personal relationships, different stages of relationships within ourselves. And I think that at this stage, we've all realized that we are definitely not the same that we were.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, and understanding that you not being the same doesn't mean that you don't have to have those same friendships. It could be that they're just friends from afar, you know, because right now you're looking for something new, you know, and you're looking to progress into the next level. And there are people in your life that will hold you back, you know, and it's not their intention to hold you back. It's just the person that they are. And you just have to grow with that. You know, I think that's important.
No, I think that's really important.
For me, that's something that I feel like I struggle with, like in my head. I feel bad a lot of times where I realize, because this is the part that makes me feel bad. It's what I'm saying to myself is, I don't have time for this. Like, you want to go where? I don't have time for that. Like, I have a deadline to meet. This person needs their bio. Like, and then because of my day, you know, my day job too, it's like, well, I got a lesson plan done, and then there needs to be a bio for so and so, and then, you know, I need to contact this person for such and such, and I should do it by 8 o'clock. Like, I don't want to get, you know, it's just so I feel bad a lot of times when people are like looking for my attention, and I can't give it. But that only happens with people who are not on the same wavelength. So with you guys, I don't have that experience, because it's kind of like we just kind of know, like, oh, she's probably working on this right now, or you know, and we just kind of know, like, let me text you real quick. Or it's not nobody here or within Black Girl Everything is gonna hit me up on a Wednesday night like, let's go to happy hour. Like, nobody's gonna do that.
I don't have time for that.
Yeah, I don't have the time. But then there's people that, you know, they feel like, well, you always busy. Yeah, I mean, you gonna get this bag for me?
It's more than just a community, it's a family. Like, since I have met you guys, like, words cannot explain how supported I felt. If I had an idea and I needed help with anything, I know that I have a family to pick up the phone and call for help. And it means so much to have that type of support as an entrepreneur, because, you know, a lot of the times you want to do something, but just like, I don't know. But to know that you could pick up the phone and somebody will have answers, it's like, that means a lot.
So I'm gonna describe the collective as a picture, right? A picture where you connect the dots, and all the dots connect to create what it's supposed to be. You know, you can see a little bit at the beginning, but once you start to connect the dots one to the other, you know, you create the picture as a whole, you know, and it becomes whole. And that's what the collective is. It's a whole, you know, where everybody comes together. You know, we can provide something for everybody, you know, whatever it is. And I think that it's, you know, when, you know, Dr. Glow, you create the space, right? You create the space for everybody to showcase their talents. And it's really like a talent show, you know, because we're really showcasing, you know.
Literally.
Yes. And it gives everybody the opportunity. And I remember we talked about, like you said, the body butter, right? I never sold the body butter at the pop-ups because I was just so afraid. Not really afraid, but I didn't want to take away from what somebody else was doing, right? And I was like, you know what, I'm just going to stick to, you know, my elixirs, and I'll make the elixirs, but I'm not going to do that. And somebody said to me, you know, but yours is different, you know? So I say that to say that we all have something to offer. And that's what the collective is. It's we can take from everybody,
Yes.
you know, and grow from it.
What also triggered in my mind was the fact that we all constantly have conversations, and so it's not just a business thing.
Yeah.
There's also emotional support too, because you know that this person is on the same playing field, so they understand where you have those situations where you got to leave people behind, where you want to make a transition within what you're doing, where you need resources or you're not getting support. Sometimes people don't get support in their own household. And sometimes you got to get on the phone. And honestly, like, I'm really thinking of one time, were we on the phone or were we texting? Where, I don't know if you were sick or there was something going on, and we was just like going back and forth for a long time.
Oh my gosh, yes. I was sick and I was going through it. What happened? I think it was something with the show, and I was like I'm not getting. I don't know.
I don't remember what it was, but it was like, and when we finished talking, I said to myself, I was like, who you think you are? But I mean, it was helpful, and I know that if I was in the same space, that I could get the same things.
Exactly.
So I was happy to be that ear and that voice, you know, knowing that I could get it in return, or I can get it in the collective. You might say one thing, and then you say something else, and then you say something else, and that all creates one thing that I needed.
Yeah.
So it's also some emotional support.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. You raised a good point about emotional support and how we have to stand up for each other. Because being an entrepreneur is a hard thing to do. You are the accountant, the marketing agent, the creator, the social media manager, and then you're supposed to love yourself all in the process. Right? Where's that gonna come in?
While somebody says to you on the side, somebody that has no clue what all the things that you're doing, so how's your little business?
Oh,
that one.
How that little thing you do on the
Yes.
Yo, you had that little pop-up last week?
Yeah, I saw your little event. I saw your little flyer.
You know which one I get all the time? The one I get all the time. How's your little book? I'm $5 in. It's a series.
Thank you.
Okay?
Let them know, because you know.
No, that's so true. Because people are so scared to stand up within their own power. They love to try to diminish others.
Yes.
And you're always going to face that, and you're always going to be exposed to people who are so intimidated by your strength that they want to belittle you. And sometimes they don't even realize they're even doing it, because in their subconscious, like, I really wish I can do that. And I tell people, like, just get up and do it.
Exactly.
Just get up and go. Just take that first step, and then keep on stepping after, and you're going to realize you're going to get there. And you honestly may not get where you want to go. Like I said, I started Black Girl Everything because I wanted to talk about her, but now look where it is now, and it's grown into this community of people. So the collective is not just for people, by the way.
Oh my God.
No. We are clearly at this point where Black Girls Everything has actually, I'm going to say out loud, has influenced hundreds of people at this point. And within the next 5 years, we're going to be talking about hundreds of thousands of people that Black Girl Everything is going to continue to influence. Because I found out the other day that everybody watches me, but nobody says nothing. Literally. I've gone to galas and events because I'm out there, I'm networking, because you got to be seen. So I'm building up my network. And people's like, oh, I saw you wrote your book. I actually ordered your book. I didn't realize that was you who ordered it. It was amazing. Don't like a post, don't see a post, don't say nothing about me. Nothing ever. Don't even share my posts. But they are always watching. Remember, people are watching you all the time, even when you think they're not. So I think my network is like, 100 people, but right now it's probably well into the tens of thousands, because people are watching. So keep chugging away at your business and chugging away what you're doing, and keep growing at your network, because your network is definitely essential. So we're going to wrap up this last couple of seconds with you guys. Please share your social media so people can find you, so they can buy your books, buy your body butter, and book you for everything in the world. Okay? And then also figure out how they want to invest in you as well, because we all need them dollars to grow our organizations. So go.
All right, social media. Where do I start? Website is VanessaMooreLLC.com. Pretty simple. Instagram is Vanessa_ Black Love _ more. Am I saying that right? I think it's like that.
Yes,
Oh,
it is.
It is?
It's 2
Okay.
underscores.
It is 2
Yeah.
underscores. Okay, so that's Vanessa _ Black Love more. On Twitter, I think it comes up at Love in the Biz. Facebook, Vanessa Moore, the author. What else do I have? TikTok. Vanessa Moore.
So when you go to these different places, everybody, put in the little search bar, Vanessa Moore.
Vanessa Moore. And usually, I mean, you could also like follow it up with the hashtag Love in the Business.
Yeah.
Spell love.
Yeah, LOVENTHE business, like love in the business.
Yeah.
But not and, just put love in the business and Vanessa Moore stuff will pop up.
Very good. JLD Lifestyles. So you can find me on Instagram. It's JLD _ lifestyle. Facebook is JLD Lifestyle. Make sure you use the @ I have TikTok. I ain't post no videos yet, but I will be posting soon. But that is JLD Lifestyle. And the website is jldlifestyle.com. See, nobody took it, you know, just so you guys know. It's out there.
Oh my God. So I will not drive you guys crazy by dropping all of my social media handles because I got like 7 pages. So just keep it simple. It's canvasculturellc.com. That's the website. And that's for the art events. And then for music, you can go to Bronx Poetry. And that's on Instagram, or you can go to Canvas Culture LLC on Instagram, or Sip and Paint NYC. And I will not give all the pages. It's too many.
They have a lot. So to keep your life extra simple, you can actually go to the Black Girl Everything LLC website.com because they're all listed on my website. So mostly everything is is Black Girl Everything LLC. Yes, it is. Yep. It is definitely aligned. It definitely is aligned. Yeah. So that's on TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. But you also can follow the nonprofit Daisy Dream Project, and as well as the Dr. Glow Pope page. It's kind of where I kind of put stuff a little bit on there, but I don't really post much there. But I want to thank you all for coming on today. This has been amazing. I appreciate your time. Hopefully everybody who views learned something new today. And if you don't, I'm probably going to take the video and share it everywhere anyway. All right.
And we're going to, you know, repost it and repost it and repost it.
And share.
And share.
And tag. And like. Collaborating with people has definitely helped, you know, get my career to the next level. You know, I go to events, and when I go to events, I'm able to like network with people and really get to learn who these artists are and the ins and outs, and then, you know, scouting people. So literally I scout talent when I go to events, and I end up meeting someone and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna put some money in your pocket. Like I'm gonna make sure that someone pays you for this amazing artwork, and it works hand in hand, because then when they need an artist, so they're having an event, they're like, Shay, hold on, do you have poets? Do you have this person? Do you have a band? Do you have this? And I'm like, I guess I sure do, you know. So it works hand in hand, and I have such a good time doing it too. So it's like,
It's a win-win.
Yeah.
It's a win-win. So Vanessa Moore. I know that since you're the shy one of the group, who doesn't like to speak to people, how are you now working to build up your network? What is that looking for you to actually gain followers and to collaborate more with others?
So, and you said also like working within the confines of COVID.
Yes.
So last summer, what I was doing was every, Wednesday, doing a, going live to talk about one of the blogs on my website. And I would get like, you know, random people dropping in, watching it for a little while. But I realized that did create some traction. And it's like right before doing it, I don't want to do it. It's like, I'm not going to be on the camera. I don't want, like, coming in here, it's like, I don't want to be on the camera, but I'm just here to talk to my friends. So. But, so things like that, I realized going live works. And so with that, I'm also considering doing maybe like short video workshops or something like that, and putting those on my website. I watch other writing coaches, and this one in particular that I follow, she does a lot of videos and a lot, like she does TikTok, she does everything. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm doing TikTok, but it's inspiring to see like, oh, look at her following. I'm watching her all the time.
Yeah.
So somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody could be looking at me the same way. Like, you know, she's doing a lot, but I keep tuning in. Like, so at this point for me, that's where it's at. Like, and it's actually a little bit, it's not as bad. Like people feel like, you know, like you said, initially you didn't like doing online stuff. For somebody like me who can be a homebody sometimes, that's right up my alley. I don't have to leave my living room. I don't have to put shoes on. Like, I'm doing this. I'm gonna do it right here. Like, it's easier to, like, at first I don't want to get in front of the camera, but then it's easier to just go ahead and do it because I'm in my house and I could do it within my own comfort zone.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Jamie, how about you?
Well, since my business is surrounded, you know, I guess, or it happened because of COVID, right? I think that what I've been doing now is really focusing on, I got the website up, you know, that was one thing, one day to the next. And really still working on that because I really want to do something different, but that was more important to me to make sure that I got the website up and running because I think more people have gravitated towards that. I've been doing more reels on Instagram and just put that hashtag explore page because then you get a lot of people that you don't even know, you know, just
that's a nugget right there.
Yes. You know, people don't know you, but they're on your page. And I think, you know, right now I'm definitely focused on Jld Lifestyle, but there are a couple of other things that that I'm trying to work out in my mind. Vanessa Moore and I speak all the time, you know, about these workshops that I want to get started. So she's working on my bio as we speak, so I can start working on these workshops. You and I, you know, spoke about them as well. I want to focus on really getting people ready for work, getting ready for the interview process. And in my field, I've been in healthcare for 20 years now and been at my job 10 years in a management position. And it's really hard, you know, trying to get people. So these workshops, I see that you have a workshop that you're going to be doing soon online. And, you know, I was really struggling with my idea. Like, you know, I wanted to do it in person because I am an in-person person. Okay. I love to talk, as you can see. And, you know, I feel more of a connection, you know, when I'm in front of people, when I'm speaking. But you know, it's not, you know, online is not bad either. You know, I just really wanted to be where people can actively ask questions and I can actively give answers. But I did, you know, I spoke with your students at your school and it wasn't bad at all, you know. So that's really what I'm focusing on, really online stuff. And with JLD, listen, it just gets better and better every day. It's funny, I posted a video of me making that drink. Did you see it?
Yes.
Right, so I'm making this like waist slimming drink and everybody's like, is that for sale? Because I want some right now. I'm ready. Like, I'm ready.
I was going to ask about it after this.
I want some. And I wasn't even making it saying like I was going to make it for sale. But I'm like, all right, I'm going to make some this weekend. Like, you know, like I'll bring it, you know, like you guys can have it. But listen, you know, you never know. It might be for sale. So.
So funny. So as we start moving past the start of your businesses and now working within them, now we're like in the trenches, building different things out. You started building out your network. Where your future of where you see yourself going in the next 10 years. And knowing that you're going to have a network of people behind you, where do you see your organization going? And how, again, is the teamwork you have with others going to play a role in that?
So, I just posted on my personal page on Instagram, was it last night or this morning? I said from literature degree to literacy degree, because I have a bachelor's in English literature and my master's is in education with a concentration in literacy. And so I said from literature degree to literacy degree, from what was it? From literary business to literacy business. Because I always said, since I realized that I wanted a degree in literacy, I wanted to create some type of foundation or organization where people can learn to read and learn to express themselves on paper, and even at the most basic level. And it's funny, like there's so many things that we take for granted. All of us went to, you know, public and Catholic schools and things like that. Like we just had access to education and we just do things, right? There was a parent at my school today that could not sign their name. And it happens. Happens all the time.
All the time.
And security was like, oh, you just got to sign your name. And they looking at them like get the kid to do it. Like, I don't. So that's what I you know, that's a big concern for me, like just at the most basic level. I have another, I have a parent that I know all the emails are coming from the student. She's not emailing me. The student is emailing me. And I have a lot of parents that, you know, don't speak English, but they still email me. So it's like, this is something different. It's not the language barrier. So that's always been really important to me. So where I am now with my business, as far as the coaching and consulting and things like that, I'm like, I've been thinking, I'm really considering getting another master's degree, Master of Creative Writing and Master of Fine Arts in Creative Writing, right? The program that I came across offers a certification in teaching online. I was like, literacy, that's it. This is it right here. This is how it's about to happen. So we talking maybe a decade from now, yeah, I expect to have a literacy foundation. I expect to have ongoing classes and whatever else going on. Whether it's online, I got a building, I don't care. It's gonna be something though, like, because this is the seed right now. So it's gonna be something.
That's very fancy. I'm so extra proud of you this week.
Yes, the wheels are turning in Dr. Glow's mind. Right? She's like, wait a second, what am I gonna do with this?
Listen, I'm like, where we gonna find this space at? Let's go ahead and get this space. And let's sit here and partner with all these other nonprofits. And let's escalate it here and do this. And how are we gonna get it in the Bronx? And let's work, talk to your council to get that literacy movement going in these urban schools where children cannot read. Like, listen, all that with that one little speech. Good job there. That's a whole other day of conversation. Day of conversation. So, Jamie, where are you going? And what are you going to do? And how are people going to assist with that?
Well, right now I have a million things going through my mind, but like Miss Vanessa Moore, you know, like I said, we speak every day, and one of the subjects that we are speaking about is more education, right? So I actually have a MBA in management and marketing, and as I said to Dr. Glow and Vanessa Moore, I said, I think I want to go back to school and I want to get an advanced degree in nutrition. Because JLD Lifestyle is focused on health and wellness, you know, I think it's important that I am able to accurately, you know, give the information that I'm giving. Not that it's inaccurate, but I want to be able to give more. And I guess right now in our community, health is such a big thing. During COVID, we've lost so many individuals. Yes, because of COVID, but I think more importantly, due to underlying conditions that increase their risks of dying. And it's important that in our communities that we provide them with the proper information to be healthy. And to live their best lives, and not necessarily a life through medication, because that is not the answer to everything. And you know, being healthy, and health is everything, right? So health is eating, health is, you know, mind, health is spirit, Health is, just everything that you can possibly do. In addition to that, I'm a Zumba instructor, so I teach Zumba classes, and what more can I give? I can teach people through, physical, how to get better, and, teach them the right things to put inside of their bodies. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, what my path is supposed to be, but I feel strongly about it. Mm-hmm. I am fighting with the second master's because I really don't want to be in school for 2 more years, but, 2 years is going to go by in the blink of an eye, 2 years ago, COVID did not exist. And, it was the beginning stages, but look at where we are right now. 2 years ago, I didn't have a business, and right now I do. So I think that's where I'm going to be. And within the network, of all of us working together, I feel that I'm going to continue to be, that source of information for all of us, and providing everybody with the tools and the things to put inside their bodies, because that's what Jld Lifestyle is.
You guys are so smart. It amazes me about just how smart the people I surround myself with is. It amazes me. And I'm just so proud to be able to sit next to you, to say that we can sit next to each other on the same playing field, playing the same game, playing a different game, but playing all the same game at the same time. Chanel, please tell me, where are you going?
Oh gosh, so I started my degree in speech language pathology when I did my master reset and when I went back to school. And I served as a senator in Lehman College. And from there, I ended up getting hired for city council. So now I'm thinking to myself, Chanel, something has to connect. Like, you can't have your whole life dedicated to art and then get an education degree on speech language therapy and then, and work for city council. So in my mind, I have always dedicated my life to the Bronx, right? Everything is circled around the Bronx and serving the Bronx community and giving opportunities for people to have these avenues of art, this artistic expression, in normal places where the Bronx is just lacking in, right? There's not a lot of programs, there's not a lot of open mic spaces, and not a lot of safe spaces for people to perform. So where I would like to be in 10 years, I want to have my own space, own event space. I will have my own event space where we can do therapeutic art and art therapy. I feel like it's just so important. I want to be able to have a maker space for artists to come, a safe place for them to just go and create and be able to rent out little rooms and stuff for them to just go in and create whatever it is, whether you're a sculptor, dancer, whatever, just to have that safe space to just be away and just to do whatever they do. So that's what I would like to do. And you never know, I might be a councilwoman. I don't know, but and I've always hated politics, but they
Bronx is calling you.
The Bronx is definitely calling me, and serving where I'm serving now. It's like it's heavy, and I love it, and I never would think that I would love it as much as I do. But so we'll see what happens.
So I find that this would be so interesting. But what I'm hearing from each of you is that you have found your passion in serving others.
Yeah.
So you're creating in your path, in your journey, you just want to give back, right? Because that's ultimately what it is. We all come onto this space and we live within our passion and our purpose. But our purpose is honestly to serve those around us. Our purpose has nothing to do with ourselves at all. And people say, why did you start Black Girl Everything and everything else like that? And I was like, well, it was never about money. It was about her. Literally, it was about her. She was my trigger to start this company. Because I wanted everybody to know just how much a great author Vanessa Moore was. So I was going to throw a whole event. And then I followed you on Facebook. And I said, hey, I'm doing this event. I think it's going to be cool for you to be here. And I was like, come out. And then you was just like, yeah, James, this James was coming.
I want a ticket. I was going to be there.
She got no choice. She my sister.
So it started off as just one day, just something just clicked in my mind, and life has escalated in the last 2 years from that space. And then we all have gotten closer, and then we've all one by one started. Well, you already had a number of businesses before that moment, but you've also ventured off into new things, and the amount that everyone has grown within those 2 years. So as we start to begin to get to the back end of this panel, I want you to kind of share again, let's go back to our first question about the collective. Share with people about how now we've all heard each other's experience throughout that process. Again, now give me a definition of the collective and how important it is for others to collaborate.
How important it is for others to collaborate?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel like you're getting the example here. So you have Dr. Glow, who built Black Girl Everything. All she do is put people on.
Yeah, literally.
Just put people on all day, every day. That's important. You want to know somebody who's going to support you in that way.
So, it's something that I definitely realized, the master reset, you have to be accepting of who you are and realize, okay, this is not me. You may know Shay from 2001, but this is 2022 Shay, and this is who I am. And you have to be around people who are willing to accept the new you and willing to see you for who you are today and not who you were yesterday. And those are the people that will last for you throughout your entrepreneurial, your career. But yeah, don't feel bad. Don't feel guilty. You can love people from afar, and just know that some people will not take you for who you are today. They won't take you seriously. They won't, they won't approve your business. And those are the people that you walk away from. And and it could be your own family, okay? The full transparency. And it's okay. It's okay to love people from afar. You have to love yourself first and take care of what you need to take care of first.
Yeah. I said this thought the other day in one of my interviews when we were talking about losing people. It was, I don't lose people. I'm on a boat. And what happens, sometimes the boat docks and people walk onto the dock. But I'm going to keep sailing. Because you're going to keep moving. Your ship is not going to stop because somebody wanted to go back to the dock. You're going to pull right back out. You might stop at the dock here and there to visit, but you're going to keep on sailing through your journey. So a lot of people are so scared, I'm losing my friends, and my friends are not going to be where I'm going. If you are on this train or on this boat moving forward, the ones who are supposed to move forward with you will. And the ones who are not supposed to, they're going to go on their own journey, and that is okay. But I'm a firm believer that the energy you keep around you is going to establish your success. It's going to. Because if you're not around the right people at the right time, you will always miss out on opportunity. So talking about the word opportunity, and I thought one of the big things you brought up about pop-ups is because there's this big thing now since COVID about these pop-ups. They came up all the time. Black women-owned businesses is ruling the world right now. And let's talk about how people can increase sales through collaboration at pop-ups. So I know at BGE events, I might have 10 guests, but I have 40 vendors, but everybody makes money. So what actually establishes that foundation for you all?
I'm going to say really getting up. So as a vendor, like what I try to do, I'll give you my personal experience. What I try to do when I am able to is I go around and meet everybody, and I want to see what you have. I want to see, is it something that I can benefit from? And there are things that I buy that I never even use, right? But, for me, support is big. And I feel like, I want to support everybody. So even if I buy something small and I never used it, but I supported you. And I think that that's important, really going around and talking to people and understanding that opportunity is there. One of the, it's funny because I spoke about this at work, at my day job the other day, reading this book, The Greatest Salesman in the World, right? So one of the things is, not thinking negatively about anything, is always seeing the positive in everything that you do. And I experienced a couple of weeks ago at a pop-up, a lady that really wasn't really positive about being there. And what she kept saying was, oh, I wish I'm ready to go home. I'm ready to go home. And I kept thinking, like, that energy that you're giving is what you're receiving, you
Yeah.
know? So even if I go to a pop-up and I don't make $1 million, that doesn't happen. But it will. But, you know, even if I don't make a lot of money, I've still made something, but more importantly, I've made relationships.
Yep.
And those relationships will carry on, you know, and, you know, they will talk about me because everybody's going to talk about me, you know. That's how I feel. Everybody is going to talk about me because they're always going to remember my personality, and they're going to remember the fact that I got up and I spoke to everybody and I said hi and I wanted to know what you did and I made the videos and, you know, all these things. The videos are very important. You know, we spoke about this the other day. And I'm just, you know, like, I get up now. In the beginning, I was scared.
Yeah.
You know, like, I get up now and I'm making the videos and I'm, you know, talking about everybody's table and, you know, like, I wasn't doing that before. But you're on my page now, so I'm giving you some free promotion.
Yeah.
You know, I think that really, you know, that really makes a difference.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
She said everything. I mean,
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
She said it. Go ahead.
but it's the truth though. You walk around, you make yourself, you know, known to people. You share your business cards. You make conversation, and not just have these like blanketed conversations. Just like, hi, my name is so and so. I'm the CEO of this, and then
Yeah.
walk away. No, really have some personal conversations with people and have them get to know you, and definitely support their business. Because I have bought some stuff. I mean, I'm like, what is this? I don't know. But thank you. Thank you so much for this phone holder. Like, it's fancy as bedazzles. I like it. Good job. So, you know, you make these connections with people, and then out of nowhere, you know, I literally at BG Black Girl Everything events, I mean, I've had people hit me up and say, oh, I want to book you for an event. And I'm like, oh, where you met me at? Like, where? He's like, oh, yeah, I met you that time at the pop-up and da-da-da. I'm like, oh, okay. So you make these little connections with people, and I'm telling you, your personality is everything. And then this is another thing for people who are shy too, because I have my little social anxiety, and which is weird because I host events, right? But I do, right? So, you know, I try to fight through it, and I fight through it by literally buying something, right? And it sounds crazy, right? You buy something and then you're like, oh, I can talk about this. What is this? Okay, you know what I'm saying? I just try to, for real, like that, and that's how you get into people to like break that awkward ice. Then,
Yes.
you know, from walking up to people and just, you know, say, hey, how you doing? You know.
I use the same thing,
Yeah.
buying stuff, because I'm shy. I don't want to talk to nobody about nothing, and Dr. Glow has to get on me all the time, because any pop-ups that I've been to with her, I'll sit right there, like, and people come by the table. Now, if you come to my table, I'm like, hey, how you doing? Yeah, these are my products. Like, yeah. Bye. But what makes it easier for me now is like, especially, so what I do is gravitate towards the things that I know I want, know I'm interested in. And then sometimes it's something next to me, or there's people next to me at another table, and I'm like, oh, hey, how you doing? Like, that's what opens it up for me, going to buy things that I actually do want. I just tell Jamie the other day, like, I haven't bought any body butters from you, because I got a lot of body butters from, from pop-ups. Because it's easy to just walk up to a table and be like, oh, let me smell that one.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I'm gonna get it. How many of those? Oh yeah, I'll take that too.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel important. There's so many bags upstairs in my office, and sometimes I find a bag and it has random stuff in it. I'm like, when did I buy this stuff? Right? You always just lose it. You just don't know what's that. I could, especially when I go to bed, people get things all the time, give me their products, and I find them. And then I get excited when I'm running out of something, and I find I have something upstairs. And so it's really exciting to do that. But I find that that level of collaboration within that space is so important, because people don't network. You know, and networking is essential with your organization. And that's all about the collaboration and collective, is all about building that strong network. And I always use the line that your network will always influence your net worth. So if you ain't got no network, you will not have net worth. You're not going to reach where you're trying to get. And we see that in examples with you guys about how people are coming back. And every opportunity, every conversation is an opportunity for an opportunity.
Yeah.
You never know. Somebody might come and have this, you go have this one conversation with somebody, they don't talk to you for 6 months, but then all of a sudden their cousin want to do a paint and sip, and they're gonna be like, yo, remember I was at that event, and so, yo, Dr. Glow, I came to defend your event, and somebody had that art bar. Who was that? I'm like, that was Canvas Culture. Here's the information.
Thank you.
And that's how it happens. And that's how it happens, and it comes about. So never be scared to start those conversations, because those conversations are long lasting. You may not make the money today, but it's the longevity of money that you can make in the future that matters. So don't get caught in that, oh, I did a pop-up for $125 and I only made $115. Don't get caught in that moment of that $10 loss, because you should have invested in all the other 20 people were there, and that's 20 new opportunities.
Exactly.
And that's what really matters. So my next question for you all, as you start to evolve your business and the world is changing within COVID, right? How are you working to increase your network at this time so you can make sure that you are collaborating as much as possible?
I do a lot of online events. I love online events. And at first I hated them, I ain't even gonna lie. Because I'm like, I love people, I love being in person with people and stuff. But I'm realizing, like, yo, people want to be safe. Like, COVID is something that's real. People are getting really sick from COVID and now long-term COVID. So I'm like, let me start to do a couple of like online events. And then I started pitching DOE schools, and then it got big with DOE schools. So I'm like, oh, I got a couple of contracts with DOE. So now we have kids just going online with their artwork and everything, just doing it online. So I'm telling you, just don't be afraid. Zoom is the bomb. Zoom, I love Zoom. Zoom is my best friend. So yeah.
First of all, why did I know about these DOE contracts?
Yes, I have a contract.
Wait. I knew you were great, but I didn't know that one.
Yes, I have 2 schools in Brooklyn. And they're so dope, and they hit me up like every 2 months to do events, like online events for the kids, and it's really fun. I like it a lot.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Congratulations on that.
Right?
Yeah, and I did a concert with Lehman College, so I have a contract with Lehman College too. So yeah, it's
Yeah,
Look at this. Look at this black girl magic.
Yes, and then ultimately you're the curator of all my events when it comes down to music. And the arts.
And that's so much fun, guys. Words can't explain. Like the first time when you booked me to do a concert, and then it was like, Shay, where you found these people? And it feels good when people are like astonished, like, oh my God, they're so amazing. I'm just like, I know. Like, I'm so happy. Like, I'm so happy that you're happy. Like, it feels good.